Well, hello everybody. It's Andy, and I'm having a restless night. I've been thinking about what I've been putting into these videos and if I've been describing them the best way I can, or maybe I could give you a little bit more information on how I feel. I know I've been keeping these videos like 2 minutes, and I wanted to talk a little bit more and give a little bit more insight on how I'm feeling on the 5th day. So what I'm going to go over is how I felt today. So I woke up this morning, and one of the things I noticed was, and it may be crazy, but when I wake up, I usually wake up with a lot of back pain for about 10 minutes. When I wake up, I have this back pain in my lower back, and it's excruciating. I have to sit on a chair for a good minute to 5 minutes for it to feel better. The last 2 days, I've had very mild back pain. I've gotten up and I've been able to just jump right out of bed and kind of go. So I'm going to attribute it to the lifestyle change that I've had so far. I know I still have a long road, but I feel like I'm seeing the benefits, and I'm hoping it's the actual diet and not a mental thing. But if it is, hey, more power to it, because I feel better, right? So if it's mental, it's mental. If it's not, well, then juicing's the way to go. So at work, it's been really, I'm in Illinois, if I've never mentioned that before, but it's been really hot the last couple days, last week. And where I work, there's a trail that, me and some employees, we walk down that trail sometimes. And I hate walking down that trail because every time I go, I sweat profusely, like bad. Like I don't like it's embarrassing. Like I have like the wet stain on the back of my shirt and the front of my shirt. So I kind of try to avoid it. Today I went out there twice, and I went out there, and it's been just as hot. It's like 93 in Illinois, the heat index, and it's pretty humid. I went out there, and again, I don't know if this is mental, but I barely sweat. I walked it, and it was a pretty brisk walk, and there wasn't any sweat. And if there was any sweat, it was very mild. So again, I don't know if that's mental or if it's because of the juicing. I'd like to think it's the juicing because I'm seeing some immediate benefits from the journey that I'm currently on. So overall, I've been feeling pretty good, with the exception of day 3, which I got to tell you guys, it was pretty horrendous, and it was really hard to get over, and it was a pretty big hump, and I'm just really glad I got over that speed bump. And not that I don't think that there's any more days like that are gonna come. I'm hoping I could avoid those kind of days, but the only trials and tribulations I've been dealing with for the last 2 days is kind of the hunger or the fascination of having something in my mouth. Okay, jokes ensue. I've actually told some people at work there, and I was like, before I even say this, go ahead and let your jokes out now, because I'm about to say something that's I'm leaving myself open for a lot of ridicule. So also at work today, I had a nice conversation with a coworker of mine, who's got he's got a weight problem. Admittedly, we both have weight problems, and he's taking one avenue of eating meats. I forgot what he called it, but it's kind of like the Atkins diet, but he called it something else, and it's pretty interesting, but it's not the way I want it to go. But if it works for him, that's awesome. But we talked briefly about that, and then at the end of our day, we kind of talked again, and I felt like we were really motivating each other. I told him about these videos. I really felt like we had a really good back and forth, and we kept it really, really positive, and hopefully we could feed off each other when it comes to the workplace, as far as eating right and going on walks and trying to live a more healthier lifestyle. So I felt really good about that. It made me feel good that I could really open up to somebody and tell them what I'm doing in all aspects of, as in terms of how my what my how my health is concerned to me. So that was pretty cool. Um, I also came to the realization. It was not. I think it was like yesterday or the day. No, it was definitely yesterday. So I was thinking about the withdrawal symptoms I was having from day 3, where I was really irritable, where had this excruciating headache. Had these really stomach pains. I felt really, my body just felt bad, and I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, I'm really the equivalent of someone that's, well, maybe not. It's been an extreme comment, or statement, but like a withdrawal of like a drug addict. What's the difference? They're sick, they sweat a lot, they're irritable, they're having the same symptoms I'm having, which leads me to believe that I'm addicted to food, and I just really never realized it until yesterday, that with the withdrawals and everything, that I'm basically putting a drug in my body all the time. I mean, I used to like drive by McDonald's and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a McDouble or whatever, a breakfast sandwich, or a Diet Coke with a lime. That was my poison. And speaking of poison, that's literally what I've been putting in my body, is this poison. So I really like to get people's opinions on if they kind of thought the same thing when if they're juicing, or they're eating raw. If they get to that withdrawal system and really realize, like, wow, I've been really a slave to fast food and junk food and preservatives and hormones, and it really just, it's like ding, a light goes on, and you're like, holy cow, I'm addicted to food. I'm addicted. I'm a product of big business, big companies, fast food restaurants, or just meats in general with all their hormones. You see a lot of meat for sale or anything like that, and you see these big chickens and big steaks, and they're just pumped full of hormones and chemicals, and I never give it a second thought before, but with all the education I've been getting from listening to Dan the Man, the Life Regenerator, the raw food rehab that I just joined up on, and there's so much good information on there that it's such a benefit to me that I joined up with that. I'm glad someone, a user on my YouTube channel, or one of my subscribers, pointed me to that site, and that site is, I could tell already that it's invaluable, and it's a really good source for some information and support. So I'm really happy for that. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna bid you guys good night, because I really gotta wake up early. It's 11:52 right now. I gotta wake up like, I don't know, 7. Take care of the kid. Take him to my in-laws, and go to work. So you guys have a good night, and peace.